It's a Western Conference matchup as the Portland Trail Blazers come into town in this game. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. Taking a look at Minnesota. Well, guys, at this point, while still many things can change, their record is not on par with their performance last year. Maybe a cause for concern, but something they are well aware of.
Yeah, and they've been playing a lot of basketball here of late, Kevin. This is their third game in 4 days, and the league didn't make it easy for them when they set up the schedule like this.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, the Trailblazers backcourt tandem of Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum, Patriot League, were connected long before they played together. They met and corresponded during college, and they share similarities. Both start from major schools, staying all 4 years. And in the 2011-2012 season, they both finished top 4 in the nation in scoring. Kevin, they now comprise one of the top scoring backcourts in the NBA.
Some great prospects come from the smaller name schools, David. We'll see it all the time. Thank you. And Brent, both sides can light it up from deep in this one. That's a given. How much does your defensive approach change when you're facing a team that can hurt you from deep all the time?
So you think about that, Kevin, that for 48 minutes, you not only have to do what you have to do on offense to get back at a team, but defensively chase around guys who can bury you from 30 feet.
Exhausting.
And if you have a lapse in your concentration at any point, that can cost you 3, 6, 9. Should I keep going?
Keep going.
It'll happen that fast.
Right. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Lillard and McCollum, the explosive backcourt pair. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Mo Harkless. And it's Plumlee in at the 5 down low. Now here's Lillard. Plumlee with a screen on Rubio. Here's Lillard. That one wide left. So it's Minnesota now. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
They really did seem to lack the kind of intensity you need to play an effective team defense. The number of open looks they gave up was pretty shocking.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Mason Plumlee, one of the better finishers in the league, especially when he gets a little room for a launch pad. He gets explosive. His offensive game mostly limited to shots at the rim, so effective on the roll when he does make the screen.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
No good on the second free throw. And Plumlee still developing, Brent, his shooting touch. His free throw percentage, it's another area for improvement.
Yeah, a little in-between jumper for Mason Plumlee wouldn't hurt his offensive repertoire either. He's made impressive strides as a passer, though. That's one thing the coaches have remarked about, inside making decisions for a big man for offensive continuity.
One thing that sets Towns apart from the other big men, Greg, is just how well he can stretch the floor as a 7-footer.
And you like about Towns is that range, just how easy he shoots the basketball. I mean, looks very confident taking the few threes he did as a rookie. You have to respect his outside shot, which makes him a nightmare of a matchup.
And the first one drops.
And, you know, everyone knew that Karl Anthony Towns was going to be good, but I don't think anybody thought he could have the kind of season he put together last year. I mean, incredible numbers to start his career. And while everyone say, yeah, he's going to be a solid #1 pick, I think he's far more than that. He is a cornerstone of this franchise. And if he stays healthy and on this track, we're talking about a future Hall of Famer.
And you can see one thing about Lillard, he does not need much time or space to get a quality shot off.
Levine kicks to Rubio. Back to Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now, here's Lillard. He's coming off a 19-point game against Chicago. Levine against McCollum. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And another thing you notice with Towns, the numbers have been pretty phenomenal, especially last season as a rookie. Starting to draw now a lot of comparisons, Greg, to another former Wildcat, Anthony Davis.
And both do share a lot in common. Had similar statistical outputs their rookie year. But one thing I like about Towns, he's been durable. Hasn't dealt with the injury as much here early on.
Good point. Harkless kicks to Aminu. The 9-foot shot. Another shot. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, how about the effort from Aminu there? Something he's known for is crashing the boards, plus improved ability to finish around the rim.
Now here's Jang to the inside. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Yeah, unfortunate there, guys. Just a poorly set screen, and he didn't want to sacrifice his body to spring open his teammate.
Lillard outside. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Trailblazers. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Trailblazers up by 4. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. The second quarter beginning in just a moment. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Once they get out there in the open court, the speed and athleticism just takes over. Not much you can do to stop it.
I can picture you now winning that dunk contest back in '96. How did you prepare for that, and what do you think of the dunks that are being pulled off in the modern game now?
I think the dunks today are kind of tough to judge, Kevin, because you're able to see everything you want on your mobile device. And as a matter of fact, why are you looking at the dunks on Vine right now, Kevin?
Because some of these are amazing.
I know, and that's the problem.
I'm looking at yours.
Yeah, that's too much.
Your dunk was amazing.
Yeah, that was in black and white. So the amazing thing that guys have to compete against when it comes to the NBA All-Star Game is the fact that a lot of kids and a lot of fans have seen some amazing things because they have access to it. And then all of a sudden you're on that big stage and you better do something spectacular and you better do it quick to get their attention. But I think we still got some tremendous athletes in our game. And last year, Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon put on an absolute show in Toronto.
The creativity's off the charts. Wouldn't you say the things they think of these kids are amazing?
Not only the things they're thinking of, Kevin, but the things that the NBA guys are borrowing from some of the great dunkers that are out there professionally touring around the world. And they're taking some of those ideas, and they should, because we have some incredible guys doing incredible things.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Bialica is out there with Cole Aldridge. Then there's Dunn. Then there's Muhammad. And it's Rush in at the 3 spot. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, people forget Festus Ezeli was also a first-round pick of the Warriors a few years ago, but he was an academic prodigy growing up. He skipped kindergarten and the 5th and 6th grades. He had plans of becoming a doctor, but when he started playing basketball, he found himself behind the curve. He said, "Here I am as a 15-year-old kid, and I can't shoot a layup." But guys, he's brought that same work ethic from the classroom to the hardwood. He's improved year after year.
He is a presence, DA. Thanks.
And embracing his role as the Blazers' foundation moving forward, Damian Lillard has the skill and the character to take that role. He's a lead-by-example type of guy, but he's got a quiet confidence, and he's inclusive of his teammates. That's what makes him special.
And Portland has possession. Following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Trapp kicks to Vonleh. Outside Turner. To the paint. And Vonleh with the basket on the assist by Turner. Vonleh's got his first points in this one.
Still working on his postgame. Vonleh using that giant 7'3" wingspan to full advantage.
And Muhammad kicks to Bielitz. Here's Rush. Turner covering. Just 5 on the clock. It's tipped, and so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Well, good hand-eye coordination, but he could only get the deflection very close.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Towns, he's checked in for Aldridge. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Brandon Rush. Levine's checked in for Shabazz Muhammad. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Dunn. Leonard on the wing. Towns with the steal. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Puts one up from 19. Bielitz passes to Towns. And here's Wiggins. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. From deep three-point range. And we're through the first half of basketball here in what's been a good one. Trailblazers lead by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. They didn't stop fighting in the second quarter as they maintained most of their first quarter lead and now lead by 3 at the break. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, the offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
They did some good things, but the defense could have been much better. They allowed too many open looks, allowed the other team to make over half his shots. Some of that is not getting enough pressure on the ball, not really contesting at the rim. They look good, but not good enough.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Greg, if he didn't steal the other team's playbook. His anticipation, unreal.
It's amazing to watch these NBA athletes competing every day. You and I get the lucky seat right there in front midcourt, such size, such athleticism. It's intimidating. Who are the most intimidating players you think in the game today?
If you go to Detroit and you want to match up with number 0 there and Andre Drummond,
Look out.
you're in for a long night.
Harness yourself in.
The way that he can patrol the middle, Kevin, and the way he's relentless at coming at the offensive glass and the defensive glass all game long, I'm really interested in the development of Andre Drummond as the centerpiece, figuratively and literally, for the Detroit Pistons.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Lillard and McCollum, the explosive backcourt pair. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Plumlee, and it's Harkless in at the small forward. Now, here's Rubio. Chang with a screen on Aminu. Lock at 6. Rubio dishes to Chang. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. Jang's got his first 2 points of the night.
Now he snakes around that offensive glass, played that carom just right.
Get there.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Lillard outside. And Lillard gets double teamed. Plumlee attacking. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Plumlee's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers. And Damian Lillard most dangerous from the perimeter, but he's really worked on his finishing inside.
He's a superior athlete, so he's learning right now how to get his shot off on the inside with all the length and athleticism of an NBA big man. He's working on that floater, finishing through contact. I think he's making big strides. He's getting more and more confident in that area.
The Timberwolves have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And Rubio kicks to Towns. Wiggins right side. Drops it in from 14 feet away. 56 seconds left to play here in the third. Lillard outside. And Lillard gets double teamed. Here's Harkless. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And that one, good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now, here's Rubio. Outside, Levine. Towns in the corner. Up top, Jang. He's covered by Aminu. Wiggins inside the line. That's good on the jump shot. Lillard against Rubio. Lillard with it. Fires from deep. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And just torturing defenses from range. It's what Lillard loves to do, and one of the things he's best at.
The third quarter comes to a close. Portland out in front, up by 7. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Got to keep tracking down balls, tracking down the rebounds, and looking to play and flow is good.
Moments ago, Coach Terry Stotts happy with the tempo, just wants his team to work hard in those 50-50 balls.
Yeah, and that could start to wear the other team down a little. Maybe cause them to lose some of their confidence. Let's see how this plays out.
And the final period of play just about to start. Bielitsa is out there with Jang. Then there's Cole Aldrich. Then there's Dunn. And it's Muhammad in at the 2. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Trailblazers leading by 7. McCollum kicks to Crabbe. He feeds it to Plumlee. Fades. No good there. And Minnesota will come the other way. Kicks to Jang. Now the dish to Dunn. Jang, a screen. Dunn passes to Muhammad. In the corner, it's Jang. Aldridge kicks to Muhammad. Timberwolves passing it around. Dunn hits it from three-point range. Dunn's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Timberwolves. Dishes to Plumlee. Turner with a screen for Plumlee. And in rush is checked in for the Timberwolves. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. That one, no good. And Minnesota will come the other way. Dunn, wide open, he fires. Evan Turner grabs the board. Portland leading by 4. Passes it to Crabbe. Back to Turner. Here's the floater. Rush grabs the miss. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Mohamed with it. Leonard's there. Takes the 13-footer. Tries to keep it alive. Mohamed, no luck.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
And stolen by Dunn. It's by Elitza. No good from outside.
He just never looks comfortable when he's that far away from the basket.
McCollum outside. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And a little strange for such an exceptional outside shooter. McCollum has been just okay at the free throw line in his young career. That will improve.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Portland also making some changes. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Myers-Leonard. Reese Harkless comes in for Turner. And it's Damian Lillard in for Crabb. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game.
And those attempts right now at the charity stripe are helping them pull away.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're down by 6. There's 47 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. See if they've got enough left to get over the top.
Thank you, David. Jang dishes to Wiggins. Pulls up from the corner. That shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
Not exactly sure what was happening there inside the heads of the players, but very frustrated they couldn't capitalize on the opportunity.
Minnesota calls timeout. They trail by 6. There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, time a huge factor right now. They've got to get points and then the foul.
And this is where 5 fingers need to become a fist. No room for error.
There's 31 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Towns. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
At the line for your Timberwolves, Carl Anthony Towns, taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 5. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Lillard. And now they decide to foul intentionally. makes the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
And he's great getting to the free throw line, but Lillard also typically does something with the opportunity. High percentage shooter.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game, and the Timberwolves call timing. They're losing by 6. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. .26 seconds left in the game. Towns kicks to Zhang. Rubio with it. Lillard picks him up. Wiggins passes to Dang. For 3, Levine. And that one is off. Good D by McCollum. And an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Dunn dishes to Aldridge, and Muhammad kicks to Bielitsa. Shoots the 3, laces one from 3.
And Dunn is just a clutch performer. This guy knows how to step up when it matters most.
And so it's Portland winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin. Now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan. Damian Lillard. As so often is the case, he was the straw that stirred up the passion, the confidence, the closing ability that we saw from his team tonight.
Well, this game was the slump buster he's been waiting for. He's been going through a tough stretch here lately. Not up to his usual standards, but he got back to it tonight, and he was terrorific. That's right, terrorific.
Damian Lillard at times is very good, but tonight you saw the great Damian Lillard. The best performance I've seen of him so far. The athleticism, the determination, it was all there. No opponent could have stopped that tonight.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and for the rest of the 2K Sports crew, the best in the business. This is Ernie Johnson. Good night, everyone.